It's good to see you again.
Oh my God.
Yeah, boy, the 90s. You had a real run of
You were in a
movies.
ton of movies, dude.
Yeah, I can't complain, man. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I've been to this guy's house. Unbelievable house.
Oh,
I mean,
geez.
beautiful. I don't want to get into it and give your address away, but
No.
you earned it, and it's these movies really went to a good.
Oh, Half Baked too.
Oh yeah, Half
That's
Baked.
right.
Yeah, there it is.
Was that fun? Was that a fun one to make?
Yeah, that one was interesting because I didn't want to do it because it was a drug movie.
You don't like drugs?
I'm not huge into that. And so I think it was more about I didn't want to be an influence on kids to do drugs.
Interesting.
And so I turned the movie down about 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I said no to it. And then the producer, Bob Simons from Universal, said, let me take you to lunch one last time. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay. So we went to a place like right down the street from my place. I met with him. And he just said, what can we do to get you to do this movie?
Wow.
And I said, Bob, I'll tell you what, you let me improvise every line. I'll give you the line. I'll give you the lines off the script. I'm not going to be a prima donna or an like, I'll give you what's on the script, but let me do a take where I can improvise every time I want to. Yeah. And he just went, done. And I said, let's do it.
I've auditioned for 38,000 movies, never gotten one. You're getting begged to be in movies.
Well, this one I was. This scene in particular,
let's see.
There's a great story for this one involving the improv. It went on to be kind of an iconic line. I'm sitting in prison, and Cheech from Cheech and Chong pulls me up and says,
Chong, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, he goes, this is my bitch.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the scene. And all those guys, there was about 70 guys. They were all extras. And when he goes, this is my bitch, I took a beat in my head. I went, this guy would be proud of that. And I just went, I'm somebody's bitch. And all the prison, they just erupted. It was like a huge, if you did a killer joke at a club, just exploded. And we had to redo the take, and we had to, the director had to say, okay, nobody laugh. It's this moment right here.
Play this.
So we reshot it.
Real nasty Nate. It's my bitch.
Nasty Nate.
Anybody gonna stab him, it's gonna be me. Got a problem with that?
Better watch your back, fish, because Squirrel Master ain't gonna be there for you all the time. Because next time I come for you, I'm gonna want some cocktail. Fruit.
Take it. I'm somebody's bitch. It was great. It just the guy, they just went nuts, and I thought that one's gonna hit. That one's gonna be good.
Killer.
See, funny guy, do funny movie. It's very
thank
simple.
you.
These Hollywood cunts, they ruin everything.
That is funny that it's a drug movie, but your character the entire movie is just trying not to get raped. That's your entire part.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, he was also a very sort of gentle soul. He wasn't your typical like druggie. I felt like he was more like just a peaceful guy, and his buddies were druggies, and he just went along with it, sort of.
Right.
But
can we pull up my favorite line in the whole movie with the horse?
Oh, okay.
That's my favorient line too.
Maybe one of the funniest lines in movie history. I've rewatched
Oh, wow.
8 zillion times.
We used to rent this movie, and we would just keep rewinding.
Yeah,
this
me
scene.
too.
It was a big laugh.
Now, this couldn't have been improvised. If this is improv, this woman, we got to get her on the podcast.
The horse here. You see the trouble you're getting me into?
Is this all riff?
Yeah, this is all
You're hungry,
improvised.
aren't you? Here. Oh. You like popcorn.
All the pink pop.
Makes your teeth go pop, 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 pop. You must have been so hungry.
No, you missed the part we wanted.
Yeah.
No, with
The fat
girl.
cop, the lady.
The lady.
White boy D.
But that part was all improvised, the whole
Really?
Buttercup thing. It was just supposed to be Buttercup. And here's the...
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, girl. You hungry?
Fuck you, nigga.
I was talking to the horse here.
That went over so big.
Oh, she even had like a little hint in the, fuck you. you.
That was awesome.
That is a
Everything about it. The sound of her voice. Is
yes.
perfect.
Did she have to audition for that?
I guess she did. She was probably a local girl. We shot that in Toronto. I actually didn't like that moment because she said, I don't like that word.
Wow.
The N-word.
Fuck you.
But
She's black.
Yeah.
yeah, but people love it. People love the word. And the interesting thing about
That's
that.
not why we're laughing.
No, I know. But I'm just saying my reaction to it. I didn't like that because of that. It was sort of hard for me to hear. But the beautiful thing about that scene is if you pull it up, you look at it's in front of a pizza joint. So that's the pizza joint me and my buddies hung out at in high school.
Whoa.
Yeah, and if you would have panned 20 feet to the right, you would have seen my best friend Steve Reeves from high school sitting in my director chair there.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to hang out there on Saturday night, and here I was shooting a movie in front of it.
That's amazing.
So cool.
And then this whole Buttercup scene, it was just supposed to be Buttercup, and I purposely kept saying the name wrong to milk, like Buttercup, Butternuts, Butter Stuff, like, and that turned out to be a real like popular scene.
Chips and some pink popcorn and some Funyuns. This horse is a diabetic! Ah! Buttercup! Buttercup! Don't you leave me! Breathe, Buttercup! Breathe!
I drew my T-shirt.
Oh, wow.
You're under arrest. What? You dumb son of a bitch! No! I'm a peaceful man! I'm a school teacher! Shut up! You're a cop killer! I love horses! I love horses! I love horses! I love butter stuff! Buttercup! Dang it! Butternut! Cup!
That was off the cuff?
Yeah, that was all.
That's killer.
And to that actor's credit, he was a local Canadian kid. He was from an improv background. It wouldn't have worked if he didn't go with it.
Sure.
So that's half him, half me. Like
Amazing.
he had the intuition to just kept like going, and it worked. And I'll tell you one other quick story. I don't want to drag it out,
Got
but
you here.
well, this is one of the only movies I ever did where Yonge Street, where we shot it, is one of the busy. It's sort of like the Times Square of Toronto.
Okay.
And so it's one of the only movies I ever did. We were out on a Saturday night on this busy street, and they roped off the sidewalk on the other side, and there was about 200 people watching the scene. And after we do it, people would clap. It's the only movie I've ever done where it felt like we were doing stand-up because it was like a live audience while we're filming live. And it was just the wildest. It was such a cool experience. And that horse, they had a real horse. And then right when I pat his nose, they had a taxidermied horse.
Yeah.
And it fell over. And then that T-shirt I drew with Sharpies. Every movie I do, I try to sneak it in. I draw my own T-shirt. It's underneath. You can see it.
Amazing.
Yeah, but if you look at my movies, Rocket Man and a few others, that's kind of my sneaky Easter egg thing. I draw my own T-shirt.
And that's also, I feel like you play like a sweet dumb guy really well.
Yeah, and that for sure. Yeah, everything else, I feel like I play a real smart genius.
I always said you should have been Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
My opinion.
I should have been, what's that other one with Russell Crowe, My Special Mind? Or whatever?
Beautiful Mind.
Yeah.
My Special Mind. Different.
Yeah,